creature of the sun, standing in a world that is only winter. One foal, 3 predators, and 100 kilometers of nothing but snow. His stripes were built to hide in tall grass. Here, they only mark him for death. This is the stallion, a plains animal with no thick fur, no claws, no den. Ahead of him, a wolf pack, a snow leopard, and a pride of lions. Behind him, a foal that cannot yet run, and an old mare that can barely walk. So the question is simple, and its answer is not, can he keep them alive? No herd, no warm season coming, no stronger male to share the fight. Just one striped body between his family and a valley built to kill them. First, the oldest problem of all. Under this snow, somewhere is the last of the grass. A wild zebra can smell buried grass through half a meter of packed snow. He digs, and while his head is down, something on the ridge stops moving. His head comes up. The gray shape on the ridge is gone. That is worse, not better. The foal copies him, pawing at the ice, learning the only trait that keeps it alive. The old mare needs half her day just eating. Here, there are not enough hours. A white fox watches from a distance, waiting to see what the snow kills today. Then he finds them. Wolf tracks across his own trail, minutes old, not hours. On the ridge, 6 of them rise from the white, lean, starving, already counting. He steps between the pack and his family. It is all he has to offer them. The lead wolf, one ear torn, walks down onto the plain. The waiting is over. The pack fans wide across the snow. This is not a chase, it is a plan. Then they run, and the frozen plain becomes a killing field in 3 heartbeats. They know the slow one, 2 peel wide to cut the old mare from the rest. The foal's legs vanish into the drifts, every stride could be its last. Then jaws close on his hind leg, red opens on the white, first blood is his. But this animal came armed. He plants, twists, and unloads both hooves at once. The kick lands like a truck. A wolf tumbles away, but his shoulder is torn open. The pack pulls back, circling. He is bleeding from 2 wounds now, and they can smell it. The torn-eared wolf gambles everything on one last lunge at his throat. He rears and brings both hooves down. The wolves break, but something paler is watching. Won, but winning changes nothing. They are still starving, and the grass is still buried. So they go back to the dug snow to feed. And that is exactly the mistake. Above them, on the boulders, the snow itself seems to move. Pale, silent, patient. A snow leopard wants no fight it can lose. It wants the smallest one, the foal. It flows down the rocks without a sound. Then the snow explodes onto the foal. The foal is pinned in the snow. Seconds, that is all it has left. The stallion does not think. 2 wounds forgotten, he detonates into the cat. He tears the cat off his child, and its claws open his flank to the ribs. hooves against claws. He rears to crush it, the cat twists away like smoke. Then, a hoof finds home. The leopard tumbles off across the ice, its plan broken. The foal lives. The stallion sways, bleeding from 3 wounds now, and the storm thickens. Out of the white, the last thing he wanted to see, not one killer, a pride. He does not run. He plants himself between the pride and his family, 3 wounds and no plan. The lionesses peel wide, cutting the ground behind him. This is not a chase, it is a trap. He charges the nearest lioness first, moves first, before the circle can close all the way. A second lioness rakes his right haunch from behind. A 4th wound, and he barely feels it. He drives the foal toward the boulders. The old mare, slower, cannot make the same ground. The big male cuts off her retreat. The stallion has 1 heartbeat to choose who he saves. She turns into the pride instead of away and buys the seconds the foal needed. By the time he looks back, there is only snow, wind, and the shape of the pride feeding. 4 wounds. 1 less mouth to feed. This is what surviving her world actually costs. For a moment, only wind. Then, far behind, a single set of paw prints start following. It is him. The scarred male alone has decided the stallion is worth finishing. He wedges the foal into a crack in the ice and turns to meet the lion by himself. The lion comes in low and fast. The stallion plants, rears, and fires both hooves back. Jaws snap shut a hair from his throat. He wrenches free by inches, nothing more. He rears 1 more time. This kick either ends it or it ends him. The hooves connect. The lion's head snaps sideways and he breaks off the charge. The scarred male limps back into the white. For the first time all day, nothing follows. Then, at last, the storm thins. Pale gold light finds the snow for the first time. The foal presses into his side. 4 wounds, 1 empty space beside them both. Snow takes everything it can reach, some things it simply could not take. This is the answer to the question. A striped animal, built for grass, still standing in snow. Snow takes everything, it will not take him.